There are three things that make a champion. The three E's: expertise, emotion, and equipment. First two I can't give you. The last one I can, but you must be willing to receive it. Are you, Mr. LaRusso? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ian. This is my story. I've been playing tennis for over 3 decades, coached during uni, and tinkered with gear since the days of nylon, gut, and Kevlar. Call me a cranky old bastard, but I hate synthetic grass courts. I hate the sand, I hate cleaning it out of my shoes, wiping it off my legs, and vacuuming it out of my car. If you're an Aussie, you know. I've also been clinically diagnosed with a severe allergy to marketing bullshit, meaning I have to carry an EpiPen whenever I'm on the internet. We have an endless choice of frames, strings, tensions, grips, and shock absorbers, yet somehow, no two players ever end up with the same setup. If you're driven by a relentless curiosity to know how things work, and cursed with the perfectionism that keeps you endlessly tweaking, welcome home. You found your people. The goal of this channel is simple: to cure our collective madness. We're cutting through the bro science and tennis marketing by breaking down the actual physics of rackets, strings, and balls. As we know, tennis involves hitting a ball with a racket, which in physics terms is a collision. Factors that affect this collision are mass, velocity, friction, and elasticity. Tennis strokes are a beautiful disaster, intensely complex, chaotic, and completely unique to the player swinging the racket. Ultimately though, we are all bound by the same physical realities: the dimensions of the court and the height of the net. The goal is simple: clear the net and make the ball land inside the baseline. Now, if you want to win, you want speed. Higher speed means your opponent has less time to react. Simple, right? Except there's a catch. If you hit a ball completely flat, with zero spin, physics dictates a strict speed limit. Go any faster than that limit and the ball flies out. To keep a high-speed flat shot in play, your trajectory has to skim just above the net. Your margin for error? Basically zero. Enter topspin. By brushing the ball, you trigger the Magnus effect, forcing the ball to dip sharply into the court. And this gives you 3 superpowers. Firstly, you can blast the ball at a much higher velocity while keeping it inside the baseline. Secondly, you can clear the net by a much safer margin. And finally, when the ball bounces, it grips the court, converting the spin into extra bounce and extra velocity through a phenomenon called tangential compliance. Let's examine this graph. For a given trajectory, the harder we hit the ball, the more spin we need to apply to stay in the court. How far you live up this line is fundamentally dependent on your strength. Where you reside between the dotted lines is determined by your technique. The final piece of this puzzle, and the point of this channel, is your equipment. The right gear lets you fine-tune your power and spin, putting you into the zone to do some real damage. Finding the happy medium depends on your strength, your technique, and your swing speed, and this is exactly why racket setups are so wildly different. Maybe you're thinking, hang on, isn't this just a huge oversimplification? What about control, feel, serves, slices, volleys, and my street credibility? You're totally right, but what this emphasises is that this equipment thing is a big balancing act. Case in point, to generate more power, you could add mass, but you'd fatigue faster. You could make your racket stiffer, but it would reduce feel. Or you could increase the elasticity of a string bed, but that would compromise control. And playing with an oversized racket would ruin your street cred. Or not. Let's dive into the rabbit hole. From here, we're going to break down the science of tennis gear, bit by bit. My goal is to give you the tools to finally find a setup that makes you happy. Or at least happy enough to get you through the next league season. So what have we learned? In the big scheme of things, we're just getting started, but hopefully you can appreciate that there is no utopia here. While a lot of equipment changes are going to be compromises, there is actually one thing that you can change that doesn't have adverse effects. You. You can make yourself faster, stronger, optimize your technique, and there is no downside. Not to say gear isn't fun, but it's just something to keep in mind, because as you improve, your equipment requirements will change with it. So in a way, It's a great way to keep the ball bouncing so you can keep chasing. Just a final note, I won't ever recommend a specific brand or model. Instead, I'm here to provide the technical knowledge you need to navigate your own tennis journey. The path you choose is entirely up to you. Thanks for watching. If you think I'm the one spouting BS, let me know in the comments. Because, as the saying goes, a skunk can't smell its own stench, so I'll rely on you to keep me honest. Smash subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode where we start breaking down racket mass. If you've got an extreme setup, drop it in the comments below, and I'll leave you with this.
Well, isn't this a little bit extreme, sir? I mean, come on.
Extreme situations require extreme measures. And you come back tomorrow, we'll start again. You did good for your first day.